Let's talk about stainless steel. This video is about all stainless steel surfaces with the exception of sinks. Okay, here's a fridge. Once you're done cleaning the spots that are not stainless steel, for instance, inside this rubber gasket, it's time to deal with the actual stainless steel itself. As you're looking over the fridge, identify the areas that have major amounts of gook. Not just fingerprints, but actual big spots like jam splooshes, that kind of thing. Be sure to check inside here on these edges. See, just to be sure. Usually it's going to be somewhere around the handles. Once you identify those spots, if there are any indeed, go ahead and get your multi-purpose cleaning product and a microfiber cloth. Make sure the microfiber cloth is clean with no other cleaning products on it. Spray onto the cloth, not onto the stainless steel. This is very important, guys. Stainless steel has a way of showing drips and tarnishings and all sorts of things. It is very fussy. It's important that you follow these methods exactly. Now, this stainless steel does not have any major issues with it, so we're just going to pretend that this handle here, these little fingerprints, are the major issue. So again, multi-purpose, going over it with that. Check behind the handles. We're going to do behind the handles as well. Okay. Very important when you find a spot that you go with the grain. So for instance, handles don't matter as much, but for instance here, there's I don't know if you can see this in the video, but there's a grain to this that goes this way. It's horizontal in this case, but in a lot of cases, it might be vertical. So definitely check that out because you're going to need that anytime you do anything with stainless steel. It's always best to work with the grain if at all possible, just because if there's streaks or something, they're less noticeable. Another thing to note, see here, these are water deposits. It is not expected of you to remove these. This requires a special product. It's not part of maintenance cleaning. It's something like an extra detailed cleaning that we might do. In fact, not only do we not recommend it, we ask that you don't remove it, because if any extra pressure to remove this, and especially without any advanced know-how, is going to actually potentially cause more issues than it solves. Okay, let's move on to stainless steel. This is your golden ticket. Please don't use any other stainless steel product other than ZEP, period. We've tried multiple kinds, and this really works the best and doesn't cause issues. Other ones can cause issues. Very important that you use a microfiber cloth. Very important that it's a fresh one, not the one you just used, okay? And that it has absolutely nothing on it and it's completely dry. As always, please spray the actual cloth, not this. Do not do this. There's a couple of reasons for that. First one is that it tends to leave a major oil spot wherever you are, and then you have to work on it, which takes a lot of time. The second reason is actually something you might not have thought of, but this has a serious after spray, overspray kind of issue. It's a very fine mist, it's very oily, and it's very resistant to cleaning up. And if I spray here, or even close like this, you will actually get a spray on the floor, okay? And it's hard to see, but you'll notice it later. Sometimes the client would notice it too. It's a bad idea. So it's best to spray your cloth, spray it close. So give it a shake, spray it close. Ideally, I know I'm showing this on a countertop just because I'm doing this with one hand. Ideally, you're gonna actually hold this up in the air and kind of spray it in close like this. Really minimize that overspray. Okay, it doesn't take a whole lot. What you want to do now is go with the grain, just like we said. Apply a little pressure, okay? It's going to look like this. It should take care of finger smudges. It should take care of most marks. Most of the time, it does a great job, and that's basically all you got to do. But there are times where someone has used different products. You see these streaks here? You can kind of sort of see right down in there. There are times where this may not 100% cover it. It'll make it look better, but it won't make it look perfect. And that's kind of the thing with stainless steel. You just have to get used to the fact that it's not going to be perfect. You just need to get it as better and as good as possible. And here is the finished product. Look how nice that looks, folks. One quick thing to note, if it's showing a lot of streaks, you try using a little bit more product. Be careful not to overuse. If you use too much product, you end up with a bit of an oily surface. And that also brings me to one other point. When you're doing the handles, it might be good to do that last when there's less product on your cloth. So that way, when someone goes to touch the handles, they're not getting that oily residue. If you have any questions about this, please let your field manager or trainer know.